We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Bush. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Bush. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cole. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bush. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake. Bush. Allen has it, left side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
From the gun, Bush. And the Niners get there and bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down. Reeves looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Reeves, throw left side, complete. That's Weber. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. 2 1st downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Operating from the gun, Reeves. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Looking to throw. Bush. Going deep here for Allen. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Watch him now, Barney.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Well, that 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Peterson. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Derrick Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Off play action. Bush. They'll roll him out right. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the gun, Bush. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw on second down. Bush. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Bush. Being chased out left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is going to be 49er football.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on second down, Reeves. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Here's the backup now, the former badge manager, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it's a second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Looking to throw. Bush. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain. I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
Third and goal. Here's the option left. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So we've come upon halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw on second down. Reeves. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on third down. Reeves. And it's complete. Henry. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again on second and 10. Reeves. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And the blitz does come. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Leopard.
Tip carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 1st down, Bush. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gone.
Off the play fake. Bush. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunt. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Gordon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watching that body. Now let's go.
To throw on second down. Bush. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and forever. Operating from the gun. Bush, flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to rifle one and got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Watching that body, body.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. It's Mixon on the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check. 53 Mike. Check. 53.
From the gun, Reeves. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Over. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
A handoff to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No game.
Off-play action. Reeves sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And here come the Redskins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on first down. Bush. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Bush. And this will be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Bush. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Hot! Hot!
On 1st and 10, Reeves. And this completes to Henry over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Now Joe Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on 2nd down. Reeves. And his throw here is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack him. See how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Gun!
Operating from the gun. Bush. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 36 yards. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets it to Gordon. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Gun!
From the gun, Bush. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Throwing again. Bush. Dancing to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Bush. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set. Green, 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They begin with a run by Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Off the play fake. Bush. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, Bush. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.